When I was 17, my mum died of ovarian cancer.
I lost my mum when I was 22 from breast cancer.
I'm BRCA1, yes, I have the BRCA1 mutation.
My risk at the time was about 87% chance I was going to get breast cancer. I think the general population is 12%.
It just seemed to be a case of having to get the surgery done sooner rather than later, and I've never looked back.
I think you have to have a good mindset about it. I always thought that they would kill me, so I just wanted them off.
It's quite emotional having it done, obviously. You've got scars and the breasts are numb afterwards and you can't breastfeed and they're always cold. I still felt positive at the end of it because I knew that I'd really reduced my risk of breast cancer.
It is a big operation, it is something that is life-changing, but I do see them as mine now, they are my breasts.
I think they advise between 35 and 40 plus to have your ovaries removed. And obviously with my mum dying of ovarian cancer quite young, that's my kind of biggest fear, and there's no real screening or symptoms that are obvious with ovarian cancer.
Having the hysterectomy has possibly, I think, been a harder decision to have to make than having the mastectomy. Obviously, I was very young when I had my mastectomy. At the time, I was one of the youngest to have it done, but it still seemed like a no-brainer, and it wasn't something that was ever going to restrict my life. Whereas having the hysterectomy and actually saying, that's it, I'm not having any more children. It's not me saying that for me as well, I'm saying that for my partner. I felt like that was a huge, huge burden.
Depending on the level of risk I was presenting with, it would have definitely made me question whether to have the surgery or not. And if I was given a low risk, I probably wouldn't have had the double mastectomy because I'd feel a bit safer.
It wouldn't have made a difference in my decision-making process because I will still always have the hysterectomy, but it's the time. I put myself under so much pressure as I was coming up to the age 35 to have my next baby that it sort of almost took over my life. Whereas if I'd have had a more detailed knowledge on this, then I wouldn't have had that much pressure.
My sister is deciding whether to go through this route as well at the minute. She would like to breastfeed and she'd like to, probably not go through this. So I think this new research will definitely help other people that haven't gone down this route.